I think it would be a good idea to share some of our stories of the houses you've sold.
Sure, there's so many. The one that comes to mind is when my partner and I were selling a house and we each got an offer on it. And it turned out, and we said to our principal, what do we do now? She said, don't discuss it, put it in an envelope each and present it to the seller, let him open the envelope. And the offers were exactly the same. So he sent us away and he said, go and do better and come back. And anyway, on the third time, the second time was the same again. The third time I went back to my buyer and I said to him, I don't know what to say to you because, you know, I know how badly you want this house, but we've got to do something different here because every time we're going back with the same, going up 10,000 Rand in those days. And he said, Pam, what's going to happen to the Alsatian dog, that beautiful old dog? Because these people were moving overseas. And I said, well, I don't know. I presume they can't take it with them. They'll put it on. He said, tell you what, let's go up 10 and include the dog. And when the seller opened the envelopes and he looked at this and he said, your buyer, Pam, I'm taking him. Because he included the dog. That's how I got the sale.
That's a wonderful story, Pam.
And there was another one, which I love, because it was a house up in Newlands, and it had a Pierneef painting inside the house of the house. And I thought this was so interesting that I wrote a letter. We did that in those days. We wrote letters and sent it into all the newspapers, explaining how interesting this was and a picture of this Pierneef painting. And a gentleman was working along up the west coast, selling his business that he was doing at the time, and he was not well, and he went into the doctor's office in this little town up the west coast, and there was the article in Die Burger in Afrikaans, and he read it and he phoned me and he said, Pam, I want that painting. I collect art and I want that painting. I said, well, then you'll have to buy the house, which he did. And now he's got it, still got it today.
Still got it today.
Still living there, still has the painting.
Those are wonderful, wonderful stories.
Yeah, there are lots of them, aren't there?
Yeah, that sounds amazing.